Hey YouTubes, tough love today. This has to do with the idea that being distracted is the new, largely self-imposed health problem. That in much the same way as the things we eat, the exercise we do or don't do, the amount of sleep we do or don't get, our choice to begin or not begin the consumption of potentially addictive substances, these are things that being distracted is something that a lot of people complain holds them back. Students, entrepreneurs, employees, game developers, creative folks of all types complain about the distractions when the distractions are, like these other things, predominantly, if not self-imposed, then at minimum, no one else besides you is really in a position to really seriously do anything about it. It's a choice that we each make. The people who complain about being distracted are quite often going out of their way to maintain habits, to reinforce habits, to find new ways to be distracted, picking habits that can scale to fill an arbitrary amount of time. So no matter how much time they actually have, they wind up feeling like they don't have any time because that time just gets chewed up by those things that we use to distract ourselves. And that's not to say it's easy. It's not to say that it's to be taken lightly. It's not to say it's as simple as making a choice, but it does have to begin with a self-honesty of realizing that no one else can fix it for you, or if it's for someone else in your life, for them. It's to then take a look at, what am I distracting myself from? Because often that's at the root of why we're distracting ourselves. Part of what we do when we distract ourselves is it blocks us from thinking about something, right? It's holding us up from thinking about maybe a memory we have, maybe our fear of something, our fear of, in some cases, maybe criticism for how our work might be received, our fear of failure in terms of what if we try and it doesn't work out. These kind of things are often at the root of why we're distracting ourselves, and it's easier to just not think about it, and so we don't. But at the end of the day, complaining about being distracted in the modern world is a little bit like standing out in the rain and complaining that it's raining. You got to get yourself out of the rain. That's only up to you. It's something that it's up to no single individual how chaotic the world is around us. And throughout history, there have always been areas where it's chaotic, areas where it's a little less chaotic. Those things fluctuate. Where they happen fluctuate. No single person can maybe move that whole, aircraft carrier of momentum. There's a lot of stuff happening. But it is up to each and every person as to how chaotic we let our thoughts be, how chaotic we let the things in front of us be that we choose to put ourselves in front of, whether it's on a computer screen, on a phone, on television, otherwise, and how chaotic our actions are, in terms of how laser focused our efforts are or aren't on really pushing at a boundary of some kind, of really doing something that's going to make a difference in something that's important to us. If you look to examples of people that you like their output, whether it's games, whether it's films, whether it's storytelling, book writing, speaking, whatever it is, looking at what they do, it's quite often something where they have picked a narrow focus. They're not actually trying to do 1,000 things or know 1,000 things. They've decided that this is the flag they're going to put down and be serious about and do something with. And that's part of what helps get them the results that they're looking for. In a way that when we start to see those results, it gets easier to overcome those things that cause us to distract ourselves. Because only with evidence to ourselves, more than to anybody else, do we no longer have that same fear of failure. Do we no longer have that same fear of it taking longer than we expected? And it will. It always does. That same sort of fear of if it doesn't come out well, if we get criticized, and the first time it won't, and we almost certainly will to a degree. But that you got to push past all that to get to the point where you're enjoying what you're doing enough, whatever it might be, entrepreneurship, schoolwork, whatever line of work you're in, whatever creativity act you're working on, enough so that you prefer that over the many myriads of distractions available to us. Right? It really is kind of like snacking, but for our attention. And the pantry is always stocked, thanks to the internet. Anyway, that's it for today. Hope I've mixed enough metaphors for now. As always, if you're interested in trying to better get yourself to do things, to get yourself out of this sort of loop of not doing the stuff you mean to be doing, that's what I'm studying and working on and obsessed with. You can join the list at getyourselftodothings.com. It's applying some of the same sort of strategies, techniques, patterns we found worked for our Game Keto Club members for game development and finding that a lot of these same sort of patterns are helping people in other situations in life. That, I became excited about not just helping people with game programming, still doing that too, but yeah, join that list. That's it for the day. Thanks always for tuning in. Have another video for y'all tomorrow. Bye for now.